Welcome to HOIA, healthy, organic, inspired Asian food and cooking. I'm Diane Yang Kirk, and today we're serving dinner for one. We are making a healthy and delicious seared salmon with sesame soy ginger glaze, and on the side, a sauteed Chinese broccoli. Whew, that was a mouthful. And so is this dish. Let's get started. Timing is key when it comes to making everything on your plate come out hot and delicious, so we're gonna get started and put together our elements super duper quickly. First things first, making the glaze. Turning on the heat, and I'm starting with 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Next we have 3 tablespoons of sake, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, toasted and organic, of course, and 1 tablespoon of raw organic honey. I melted my honey ahead of time in the jar, so it's much easier for me to spoon into this sauce. To balance out the salty and the sweet already in the pot, I'm going to squeeze out just about 1/2 of a lemon, about 1 tablespoon if you're measuring. I got 2 cloves of garlic, and since it's dinner for one, you don't have to worry about garlic breath. Crushing it in my garlic press. Ginger is a key flavor in this dish, so we're going to grate or crush about 1.5 inches of my fresh ginger. Since my garlic press is already being used, it's one less kitchen utensil to wash. Woo! Maybe not my floors. Once all the ingredients are in the pot and it starts to bubble, turn down the flame to low and let it simmer for just 1 more minute. Then take it off the heat and set it aside. Next, I'm going to make my sauce for the Chinese broccoli. I have 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Make sure you look for the brands that don't contain MSG. That's 1 tablespoon. Whoops, and 2. 1 tablespoon of mirin. This is 2 tablespoons of water already pre-measured. And 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. We're gonna approximate. It's about 1/3 of a tablespoon. Finally, a little pinch of sugar. Give that a mix and set it aside. Next, we're gonna quickly saute my Chinese broccoli. A little bit of sunflower oil into my hot pan. 1 clove of garlic. Make sure your Chinese broccoli is well washed and there's no sand. In with the garlic, we're just going to place 3 stalks. And in with that, just a little bit of water. Now the lid's on with water, it can steam. 1 minute, maybe 2. It's perfect time to have a sip of my wine. Dinner for one, not too shabby. Just turn each stalk once so that everything is cooked, and give it 1 more minute. And our Chinese broccoli is almost done. I'm taking out my stalks and placing them on another plate for serving later. Keep this pan because we're cooking our salmon in it afterwards. Less cleanup, always a plus. And finally, we're at our salmon. Make sure you take the scales off because the worst thing is scaly fish. So I cleaned my salmon fillet very, very well, took off all the scales and dried it first before laying it down on the plate. Next, we're gonna add a little bit of sesame oil and then salt and pepper. Both sides. Wow, that's a beautiful piece of salmon. But I guess it was just fishing for compliments. I had to throw just 1 fish joke in there. Oh, what did the salmon say when it swam into the wall? Damn! 2 fish jokes. What's a fish's favorite party game? Salmon says. My saute pan for my Chinese broccoli, just gonna give it a little bit of a wipe, and we can reuse. My beautiful piece of seasoned salmon, we're going to cook it skin side up. Gentle into the pan. 3 minutes on each side for a beautifully cooked, slightly rare piece of salmon. Before I flip, I'm going to add just a tiny bit more sesame oil to the pan. so that the skin definitely gets some crispness. And we flip. If you want the sides of your salmon slightly crispy, you can just pick it up and allow it to crisp in the oil, and then the same for the other side. And back down. 2 more minutes to go. Now, of course, your cook time may need to be adjusted based on the thickness of your piece of salmon, but for this piece, 3 minutes and 3 minutes is perfect. And now we plate. My favorite rice trick. Beautiful. My seared salmon. And now my Chinese broccoli. 2 stalks will do. My sauce for the Chinese broccoli. It's definitely different from the sesame soy ginger sauce. My sesame soy ginger sauce. Just a little on my rice. Some white sesame seeds for my salmon. And finally, scallions. And there you have it, a healthy and delicious feast for one. Since I'm going at this alone and no one's going to see this dish, I'm definitely going to gram it. And if you make this at home, post this on your Instagram and hashtag HOIA Food and Cooking. Cheers! HOIA!
Test, test. Test. Yes, test, 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 test.
We are making a healthy and delicious sesame soy ginger with a sesame ginger soy glaze. Sesame soy ginger, sesame soy ginger. Okay, no, cut, almost there. Ginger is definitely key in this dish, so.
Big hoppy.
Hoppy! What is this called?
Great.
I can never remember. We've lost that ginger. Once all the ingredients are in the pot, oh, it's definitely different from the soy. It's definitely that's a first. If you enjoyed this episode of HOIA Food and Cooking, please like this video and share it with your friends. New videos will be going up each week on my channel, so please subscribe to see the latest delicious, healthy, organic, inspired Asian food recipes. I'd love to hear from you, so please comment below and tell me what you loved about this video, and also what dishes you'd like to see me prepare in the future. HOIA!